Hello YouTube, TrinityTCG here, giving you guys a deck profile for my EX9, and I guess, what's it, are we on, BT 22, 23, I believe 23, right? Yeah, 23 with Hacker Slumber, and this is my deck profile for Machinedramon for EX9. I don't think anything's really changed since then, but I haven't been able to post it. I actually took it to locals during this meta, during the first week of it. I want 1 win, 2 losses. And each game I want 1 win, 2. I want 2-0'd my one game I 2-0'd. The other game I lost 1-2. Another game I lost 1-2. And the only reason this deck actually lost, I actually beat Hoodie Loop round 1, the first game into it, and then I lost the next 2. But he had 0 security. I had a way to kill him, but the issue was I didn't see my tamer, and yeah, I had no black tamer to finish the game and to get my blitz off, which just sucked. And then one game I fought Purple Imperial, and he hit my security. There was none. Then he went to the fighter mode. Then the last 2 were Analog Youth, which really added insult to injury because he had no security, and I had the blitz in hand again, and I just didn't have a black source on the field because we're playing purple base now. I lost again 1-2. Overall, I was actually genuinely impressed with how this deck performs. I think the EX9 really helped push the power of Machinedramon. And with that said, I'm going to give you guys a deck profile. First, we have the best egg for purple currently. We have Digimon, yet again, the best purple egg. BT15 is discard a level 5 or higher to draw 2 cards. This is a good way to get your trash built up with your level 5s for your Machinedramon. Ignore the background. My cat decided now is a great time to jump into a Beyblade bin and steal my pens for D&D. What are you? Okay, moving on. I apologize. We'll go on to level 6s. I run 2 copies of Chaosdramon X Antibody. He gains all effects of Machinedramon into sources, and when he would leave the field, trash the card of your opponent's security. So it's a really good card. Next, for you could run this at 1. I like it at 2. You could add this another level 5 or another rookie for your count, but D-Ball 3 is really helpful, and again, just being able to put more sources underneath your Machinedramon and make a huge stack is really fun. Moving on, we have the Bread and Butter Machinedramon, 4 copies. I had it at 3 when I took it to the event because one of them didn't come in the mail. I never got a refund. I don't know what happened to it. It's whatever. I just ordered another one. I don't really care. But this card has Assembly -6. All turns this card will leave the field by trashing 2 cyborgs or face down cards it doesn't leave. And you can activate the on-play when digivolving when attacking. You can basically steal the on-play effects of any cyborg in its sources. Really nice. And then we have the EX1 Machinedra. Just 1 copy, just an extra name for Machinedramon, you know, and it's pretty good in the DP reduction matchups because your DP can't be reduced. Now we move on to the level 5s. 1 copy of Metal Greymon just to give us rush in case we don't have the option card and we have Machine Connection, so we can just swing that same turn to, you know, get for lethal, just in case. And then we have this to get around pesky blockers. And also, it's a nice card that you could cheap play and they can go into security. A nice Oblivimon. I also did just go to the event. I need to go up to the deck box upstairs and get the alt art for this. 2 copies of Metal Mame. I've actually been offered a trade for the SP. Unfortunately, my friend wants to buy the card off me, but I can trade the Mastimon old art for an SP Mamemon, which would be nice. But I'm not sure if I want to do that because I told my buddy I'd hold it for him. Although he's taking a while and the card is dropping a lot, and I think I should have just took the trade. Either way, I'm going to next card. We got Machinedramon. This card is insane. This is my favorite card from EX9. Just being able to pop low-cost bodies with ease, kill aces with ease in like the DM deck, and just being able to kill your Machinedramon to attack again is so good. Or kill off Yuko or Fastkill if they're on the board to get their effects anyway. 1 Machinedramon for other one for the Devolve. I've had this old art for a long time. 1 of this. I have old arts of this in the Andromon deck I have. If you're interested in that, I'll do a deck profile for it soon. Issue is one of the cards has recently got damaged because somebody knocked down the deck box and stepped on it. So, luckily for me, it was only an Andromon that got destroyed, but it wasn't old art, which really, really sucks. But just 1 Andromon. The DP minus is nice. 1 Cyberdramon for the inheritable 4K. And you can play around with security as well. I mean, it's not the best effect, but it could come up. This to get your analog mans out. And again, Devolve is one of the best removals in the game. It's also really cheap to play. It's a 5-cost ace. 1 Metal Greymon for security, and just it's a cheap blocker. Also a Metal Greymon, which can come up. 1 Metal Greymon from the old BT7. This lets you get memory if you have a tamer. And if you kill something, you get more memory. 1 EX9 Metal Greymon. It lets you blow stuff up to 6,000 DP. For every face down card, increase the DP by 1. Or 2, I believe. Yeah, 2. 1 Alterous mode. This came in the mail recently. I was running a second copy. If you don't have this, you could run a second copy of this. I was really enjoying this at 2. Why did I say actually twice? It's been a long day and long week at work. I'm ready for the vacation, for the holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. It is currently about to be Thanksgiving. I am exhausted and I am ready for my break. But just one of this to let you kill things, and then this for the nice devolve and pop. Honestly, having a bunch of SRs, level 5s, is such crazy toolboxing. One of the, I believe it's BT11. Yeah, BT11 Stun Metal Tyranno, and then one of the Protection Metal Tyranno. This actually did come up against my friend the other day. He wanted to like devolve me, and then he tried to like ask if he could bottom deck me, and I was like, I mean, I can't leave the field, and I can't be devolved because of this Metal Tyrannomon. And he's like, that's so annoying. And I'm like, I know. Machinedramon, once it sticks on the board, is pretty sticky. And then we got 1 copy of probably the best level 5, in my opinion. One of the best ones, Rapidmon. Just devolve and it gets protection. One of the best generic level 5s in green and black. 1 copy of Jet Sylphe and 1 copy of Dipedmon. I love the penguin. Just getting a nice 2k buff during all turns is pretty good. That's really the only reason these two are in here. They're cyborgs and they give 2k buffs during all turns. 1 promo Uko. It's limited to 1 for a reason. It gives you a nice advantage engine and lets you gain memory. 4 of this Uko to search your deck for your pieces and your tamers. And then lastly, for the last card, I run 3 copies of Phascomon. This lets me draw and cycle more cards. You could also run Candlemon if you wanted. I saw a lot of lists doing that. But I like the Phascomon. Move on to the option cards. I run 3 copies of Supreme Connection. One of the rounds I scooped it up because it was so bad. I had 2 security left. I go, okay, Supreme Connection. I just need 1 cyborg and trash, and so I was short for the assembly by 1. Or something. I just needed 1 more cyborg, and I was looking for something, and I look at top 5, and I had like nothing to play. All right. My top 5 was 5 analog mans, and I looked at the card again, and I had to put all the analog mans back to top, and needless to say, I dead drew, and I lost. It was really awkward, and that's the only time it's ever happened, but it really, really sucked. And yeah, overall, this deck actually performed pretty well for me in a lot of testing, but it still can be a bricky mess sometimes. But next, we're running 4 copies. You could run 3 of this if you really want to for more rookie count, but I really want to see this card as much as possible. I run 4 copies of Attack, the heavy mobile Digimon, to give Rush and Blitz, and it's just a nice security bomb to blow stuff up. And finally, for our tamers, to round out, I run 3 of the EX9 Memory Tamer, Analog Man, and then 3 BT11 Analog Man for the redirect memory gain. And that is it for the Machinedramon deck. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for more tech cards like level 5s and other rookies that have worked for you, leave it down in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.